What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me here again for another movie reaction. Excited for today because we get another Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis team up. Loved their work in Forrest Gump, and so I'm excited to check them out in Castaway this time. And all I know about this movie is that Tom Hanks gets stranded and makes a friend with a volleyball named Wilson. And that's about the extent of my knowledge of this movie. So other than that, going in without knowing too much, I know this movie is about 2.5 hours close to it. And so I don't know how much of the time of the movie is spent just with him only. Obviously, if it is just mostly him being stranded, I'm looking forward to seeing Tom Hanks' performance because that means he gets a lot of screen time, and since I love him as an actor, excited to see him in this. And so hopefully you guys are excited to watch me react to this one. If you'd like to watch along with me for the entire length of the movie, definitely check out my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find that, as well as all the other full-length reactions from the channel, and those usually go up a while before the YouTube edits, so if you'd like to see them earlier than they're released on here, it's definitely the place that you can do it. But if by the end of this video you enjoyed watching my reaction, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, so I appreciate all of you who do that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Castaway. With everything I've seen from Zemeckis so far, just even for the channel, with Back to the Future and Forrest Gump, I'm definitely expecting some good things with this one.
I see you went with the pink.
Yeah, it's kind of a pink day today.
It's a cool camera angle right there, bit unexpected.
It's like a fire. It can either destroy us or it can keep us warm. That's why every FedEx office has a clock. We live or we die by the clock.
Tom Hanks has taken over the channel a bit. He's had quite a few movies on here. So is he the head of like a shipping plant here or something?
Memphis, America to Nikolai in Russia, 87 hours. The cosmos was created in less time. Wars have been fought and nations topple in 87 hours.
Tom Hanks going off already. I love it. Robert Zemeckis is really good at dealing with big crowds and a lot of things happening in his scenes. It's definitely been a staple of his that I've noticed so far.
I've been meaning to ask you, how's Mary?
It's just kind of wait and see.
Would you tell her I'm going to come by and see her on my next layover? We are all just thinking about her and you.
It's an interesting shot and angle and everything right there. I don't know if that was to signify that once someone else is talking about personal problems, that Tom Hanks' character just kind of shuts off.
I could get his number of the doctor and, put you all together and, you could get this thing fixed.
I guess he was thinking about him then, so misinterpreted that for sure. Maybe it's just that whenever he faces or sees any sort of problem, he just becomes hyper-focused and wants to fix it as fast as possible.
Oh, that is terrific.
My granddaddy used it on the Southern Pacific.
Nice. It's a good gift right there. I like that.
I have one more present for you. Only this isn't an open the car kind of present. Take it and hold on to it. You can open it on New Year's Eve. I'll be right back.
Oh, dang, knowing that he gets stranded eventually at some point in this movie, that stresses me out. I don't know the timeline, though, so I don't know if he does end up making it back by New Year's Eve or anything. It's creating some good drama, though. I appreciate the storytelling already. Holy crap, dude, that scared the heck out of me. That scene was so calm, and then all of a sudden everything happened at once. Jeez, dude, that's so terrifying to look at. Oh, dang, this is filmed so well. It legitimately looks like they're in turbulence right now. Is that water? Holy crap, dude, this is an intense scene. I wasn't expecting it to be so frantic and terrifying. All that terrifies me. That's a scary shot. Maybe my biggest fear is just the open water, deep ocean stuff, and so something like that is legitimately horrifying for me. Holy crap, dude. What a freaking shot. This is so cool, but also really frightening. I would just think that that's the end right there. I'd be so dead. Dude, I have so many chills right now. This is like my worst nightmare. I just want to rewind that whole sequence and watch it again right now. That was incredible. Dang, that is a pretty beautiful looking island. Definitely not the worst place that he could have wound up in. Nice, he does still have it. Thank goodness. Love how long this take is though. This is cool. Hey, there is a package that washed up as well. I'd imagine that the plane crashed relatively close to the island then if packages are also washing up. These packages definitely aren't meeting his time that he wanted for delivery. Man, that'd be honestly so scary just to be on that island with no way to communicate with anybody else and just have the feeling that this is where you might die. Nice. Love it. Make the big help sign. At least he's smart. Like, I probably wouldn't have thought of that as the first thing to do. Hope that's like some coconuts falling or something like that. Whoa, he's got quite the nice collection so far. Shoot. Hopefully there's some food in there or something. Although I don't know who FedExes food. Oh, shoot, it is coconuts dropping. I thought that might be what it was. Well, at least we got some of the food situation covered then. Jeez, those things are hard to crack. I like that he didn't waste any time just like sulking around or anything like that. He just got straight to trying to survive. Oh no, he broke it and wasted all the water. Guess there's a bit of a learning curve when it comes to coconuts. I like that it's showing the subtle passage of time just through his beard growth, because he was clean shaven when he first crashed. It's definitely a lot better storytelling than just like throwing up a graphic that says like 3 days later or something. He really is in the middle of nowhere right now. There's nothing as far as the eye can see. That's not a body, is it? Shoot, is that someone else who survived? Oh, that's a dead guy right there. Fetch, that's gross, man. He's been dead for a while, too. Tom Hanks is doing an awesome job so far in this as well. He's capturing that kind of fearful determination very well so far that someone would probably feel in a situation like this.
So, that's it.
Touching speech there from him. His character is definitely someone who doesn't seem to deal super well with emotions, that sort of thing. Man's gotta work on his fishing skills a bit. Oh, there's a light out there. Don't keep looking back. Look straight ahead. My guy, there's rescue right there. Oh, this is killing me. Please see it.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Shoot, man, it's way too dark for him to see you from there. Oh, gosh. The way that this is filmed with like zero music so far makes it so much more intense because all you're getting is just the ambient sound as if you were there. No! Dang it, dude. There goes the freaking raft. Oh! Oh, that looks so freaking painful, man. Also, the cinematography in this movie is incredible. I love the underwater shots right there. I'm a little surprised, honestly, that it's taken him this long to open up the packages to see what they were. Oh, here we go. Is this what I think it is? Yes, let's go. His friend. Oh, he just tosses it aside. I guess he's not his friend right at the start. Just a little too small for him. Oh, shoot. Could he use that for like a little fishing net, though? That's the symbol that was on that first package, wasn't it? Yes, it is a fishing net. I love it. It's not huge, but I mean, it's a start. Oh no, this man ate it raw. Tom Hanks, you madman. Oh man, that'd be so exhausting to be doing that all day. I guess in a situation like this, you really do need heat. Ow, gosh dang it. I thought he was actually gonna get a breakthrough right there. It just makes things even worse for him. Definitely does look like a face in that shot. Not gonna be too hard of thinking of a name for it since it's already given you its name on the box. Oh, that's so great. Now at least he's got someone to talk to a bit. Yes, let's go. We got fire. Oh gosh, that delivery was fantastic. Definitely how I'd react to fire, being stranded like that.
I have made fire! I have made fire!
Dude, I freaking love Tom Hanks. He's so great.
Oh.
I really hope he doesn't reach a point where he has to like pull a tooth out or something. Oh, that thing is decaying. Oh gosh, man, this is gonna be real hard to watch. Oh, I feel so much secondhand pain just from watching that. My goodness. If he got the wrong tooth and has to go through it again, I'm gonna be upset for him. That was a dope transition. Are you serious? Surely not. My guy has been stranded for 4 freaking years. Oh, what the heck? That took me by surprise big time. Holy crap. I had no idea that he was stranded that long. At least he's gotten better at catching fish, that's for sure. Oh, Wilson's grown quite a mane right there. He's got a full head of hair.
Shut up!
My man's gone crazy a little bit. This is blowing my mind, seeing him like this now after seeing him as pretty normal for so long. His mannerisms really look like someone who hasn't seen anybody else in years.
This could work.
No, is he gonna try and use that as a raft? There's no way that's gonna work. This man is so resourceful. Not only has he lived on this island by himself for 4 years, but he's successfully built a massive raft.
No, we have time. We do. We have time. Look, the wind's still blowing in from the west.
I like that he's actually having like a back and forth argument with Wilson. Dang, that's a little bit of a frightening image. Was he thinking about killing himself for a little while? I mean, I'm not surprised that that thought crossed his mind.
I would rather take my chance out there in the ocean than to stay here and die.
Talking to a goddamn volleyball!
Oh no, don't kick your friend. Oh, good, he's still there.
Never again, never again.
Oh, thank goodness my man would have really lost his mind at that point. I was growing attached to Wilson as well. Oh wow, he still has never opened that package. Now I'm extra curious what's in there. Well freaking done. This man was born to do this. That's so cool. I love that he's really just out there in the ocean. It makes the scenes that much more effective and enjoyable. That is a big wave.
Not yet!
Oh, dude. Oh, this freaking genius. I was so sick. This man really thought of everything. What a legend. Bittersweet moment though, leaving the island right there. Tom Hanks' acting right there is just phenomenal, and I love that that's like the first real moment of soundtrack that we've gotten. Makes the moment feel much more earned and powerful than it would have otherwise had there been music before. Bro, what? I would legit be terrified of that. Going back to my mentioning of my fear of the ocean and just open waters. But after I realized I was safe, it would be pretty cool. No, Wilson! Quick, get up, man. Don't let Wilson float away. Dang it, dude. His only friend. Oh no, there he is in the background. Come on, man, turn around. He's right there. You could still get him. I love how attached I am to a freaking volleyball in this movie. I worry that he's gonna get like right out close to him and then the rope's gonna run out. No.
Wilson! I'm sorry!
Wilson's death, I guess if you call it that, sadder than a lot of people deaths in movies. Jeez, what a sad moment. What great acting from Tom Hanks. Oh, dude, it's a ship. Your ride is here, my man. Get up. If he sleeps through this, I'm gonna be so upset. Oh, what a sick shot. And now we're back in civilization for real. I absolutely love the filmmaking in this movie. It's exceptional. Zemeckis has definitely done it again. No, she's married with someone else. Oh, my guy is cleaned up again. Looks good, although I was a big fan of his island look as well.
Kelly had to let you go. She thought you were dead. We buried you. We had a funeral.
Wilson's the only loyal man in this movie to my guy Chuck.
And then you had Mary's funeral. Stan, I'm so sorry I wasn't around. I should have been there for you.
I feel like that's a pretty big moment. A little bit of a change in his personality from his interactions earlier in the movie.
But today, one of those sons, Chuck Nolan, has been returned to us.
That's kind of a cool shot. I don't know if the meaning that I'm going to get from it is intentional, but there's a massive crowd outside, but he comes in the room by himself because he feels a little bit more comfortable by himself at this point. I could just be reading too much into that.
You probably don't remember me. I actually did root canal on you about 5 years ago.
This guy screwed up his tooth.
Kelly wanted to be here. This is very hard for everyone. I can't even imagine how hard it is for you.
Kelly, how could you not show up? This man was stranded for 4 years.
She's had it rough. She thought she lost you, and now dealing with all of this, very emotional for her.
Bro, do not expect me to feel bad. This man has been through more than you could imagine. Oh, she was there and she chose not to see him. What the heck? Wait, is it this fool that doesn't want her to see him? If that's what's going on, freak this dude. He's a chump compared to Chuck. It's a completely different circumstance when it comes to eating crab. And when it comes to having fire. Everything's so simple right there, and just more for pleasure and convenience, whereas he's used to those things being as a last-ditch survival effort and so meaningful. This section of the movie's making me freaking sad. What the heck? I much preferred his time on the island. It felt strangely hopeful compared to this.
I'm awake. I saw your taxi drive up. Get in here out of the rain.
They're finally reunited. Oh man, I'm excited for this.
I came out here to give you this.
I want you to have it. I gave it to you.
That's a family heirloom, and it should stay in your family.
Man, I feel so sad for Chuck. This isn't the life that I wanted to see him come back to after surviving.
You said you'd be right back.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Oh, dang. Was not expecting that to happen. Feel like for surviving on his own for 4 years, Chuck deserved a little something, though. So, also, the transition from him being on the island to on his own to being back on land and civilization again, I feel like that transition was handled very well because it doesn't feel like too drastic of a difference. I feel like the storytelling very smoothly went between those two circumstances.
Chuck!
Yes, run after him. Oh, my man was waiting for that. Yes, dude, let's go. Oh man, I'm so freaking happy. What a moment. I'm so glad I didn't have to be sad about things for much longer.
Chuck?
You have to go home.
Dang it, man. My happiness was way shorter lived than I wanted it to be. At least we had one good moment there.
That's when this feeling came over me like a warm blanket. I had to stay alive. So that's what I did. And now here I am.
Such fantastic acting from Tom Hanks. Wonderful line delivery.
And I've lost her all over again. I'm so sad that I don't have Kelly. But I'm so grateful that she was with me on that island.
Oh man, what lines. That was fantastic writing. The script of this movie is beautiful. I love it.
Tomorrow the sun will rise. Who knows what the tide could bring?
Some good life lessons, I think, sprinkled in there as well. Oh shoot, this is the original package. He brought it all the way back. Give this guy a raise.
FedEx!
Man, we're never gonna see what's inside that package, are we? If we don't see it though, I think that's kind of cool storytelling, because the contents of the package isn't what mattered, it's just the package itself.
Where are you headed?
Well, I was just about to figure that out.
If you turn right, Amarillo, Flagstaff, you head back that direction, find a whole lot of nothing all the way to Canada.
I got it.
All right, then.
Hey, don't let her leave, man, she's nice. You don't know what the tide's gonna bring in. Hey, there's that sign. It's not a coincidence, that's fate right there. Turn that car around right now. Oh man, if the movie ends right here, oh yes, that is perfect. Oh, Robert Zemeckis, you absolute genius. That is some flawless filmmaking right there at the ending. That could not have ended better in my opinion. I love that, much like a lot of my favorite movie endings, especially just the things that I've watched for the channel. The movie doesn't need to show us where he was going to go there. His smile at the end and just looking back in that direction gave us all the message that we needed to see. Going back to his lines earlier about you don't know what tide is going to come in or where the tide's going to carry you, whatever the line was, he's just letting the tide carry him at this point, going where he feels he should be going. Fantastic movie. Loved this way more than I was expecting to. It's just such a joyful film, even though he's stranded on an island for so long and the situation seems dire in a lot of circumstances. I just came out of this feeling so happy, and especially after coming off a heavy film like American History X, this was definitely a nice contrast and pick me up from the opposite side of the emotion spectrum, and so I really enjoyed the experience that this movie gave me. Another absolute win for Robert Zemeckis. He is becoming one of my favorite directors after watching all the stuff of his that I have for the channel, and I don't know what movies of his I still have left, but definitely want to see the rest of his movies if I can. One thing I loved about this movie, and I mentioned it a couple times while watching it, is I feel like it does so much effective storytelling without necessarily saying a lot as far as dialogue, and I feel like that was one of the biggest reasons why this film was so great for me, is because I feel like by the end of the movie it had told me so much and given me so much information that I really felt for the characters and felt for the situations and had grown attachments to so many of the areas and the items, and specifically to the character of Chuck. And I like that no matter what point of the film that we were in, I feel like there was always just this glimmer of hope, and I thought that was kind of cool to have that sprinkled in throughout the movie. And Tom Hanks's performance in this, my goodness, that was phenomenal. I don't know how I'd rank it compared to some of his other performances, but the man can do no wrong. He just nails every role that I've seen him in, and this was no exception. He was fantastic in this movie. He played, I feel like, so many different people. I feel like there's kind of three main characters that he plays all in one movie. He plays the Chuck before he gets in the plane crash, he plays the Chuck on the island, and then he plays the Chuck who's returned back into civilization. And I think the way that he captures the emotional transformation between each of those points in his character, I feel like was done really well and very convincing, and by the end I really cared for his character, and that's a huge credit to his performance in there. And besides him, there's really only Helen Hunt's character, who was another main character in the movie, but I thought she did a good job in the scenes that she was in as well. But this really is just kind of Tom Hanks's movie, just because that's the way the story is told. Most of the movie you are with him specifically. The music in this film was used very sparingly, and I think that was to its benefit. I think the music, when it came in, because it was used so sparingly before, was extremely effective and made the moments when it was there so much more powerful, because they were big moments in the film when music was used. And for the movie being as long as it was, and for the story being mainly a person alone on an island, you would think that the movie would feel long and dragged, but that was not the case in my experience. I feel like this movie moved so smoothly and did not feel as long as it was, but I was very satisfied with the pacing of the movie, which is a huge plus. But just a great fun experience for me watching this movie. Super glad that it was chosen on Patreon Patreon for me to react to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me react to it. Definitely a lot of fun moments in the film. But if you did enjoy the video, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow. So I appreciate you guys who do that. Looking forward to interacting with you all in the comments as always. And of course, if you would like to watch along with me for the entire length of the movie, spend more time with Wilson, definitely check out my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find the full-length reaction to this. Obviously, you'll need your own copy of the movie, but you can find all the other full-length reactions to this stuff on the channel as well. But I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and until then, peace.